Hi guys, this is Nimisha and you're most welcome to my channel. In this video, I will discuss how to develop reading habit in your child. It is an essential habit which will benefit your child immensely. Apart from language skill, it helps in early brain development. It increases concentration in children, it makes them curious and more creative. It also helps you in parenting. There are books which you can introduce to your kids to help them with things like, for example, if they're scared of dark, or if you're trying to teach them about self-confidence, about body autonomy, good touch, bad touch, or to deal with any other parenting challenges, say potty training. There are children books for everything. Personally, it makes it really easy for me to explain these things to my kid with the help of a book. So let's start with the tips. What is the best age to start reading? Please do not think that your child is too small or your child is too old for this habit. My own reading habit started when I was in school, and I started reading to my toddler when he was just a month old. A very small child does not associate books with schooling. For a small child, books are same as toys. The same way you hand a rattle to your infant, you can also lay a book next to them. Even though it may feel like babies do not understand anything, they are listening to us. Babies love listening to your voice, and the more you read to them, the faster they would learn. It is never too early and it is never too late. Age-appropriate books. With books, three senses are stimulated. A child can see, hear, and touch and feel. At 3 months, baby's sight can only see black and white things from up close. There are a lot of black and white books made specifically for infants, but more importantly, you can just read to them. Books are great help during tummy time. I used to put a book in front of my baby and it made his tummy time a lot more fun. 6 months onwards, you can introduce lift the flap books where your babies can lift the flap and discover pictures underneath it. Then there are touch and feel books where they can touch various textures like grain, fur, and shiny objects. When your child reaches a phase where they put everything in their mouth, you can get these cloth books. They crinkle and they can also be washed. And then you have these busy books which keep the child engaged. Children love books with bright and high contrast colors. There are books which are super interactive, books that pop up, sound books, bath books. There is so much to choose from. I have made a video on books which can be introduced to babies during their first year. I will link it down below in case you want to check it out. How to read. It is always better to pinpoint fingers on the illustrations which you are reading while narrating the book. Use a lot of voice modulation. There's a reason why people use baby voice. It reaches them better. So modulations with feeling is a great way to read book to babies. Also, explain books to them in a manner in which they would understand the best. Another tip is to make it a part of your routine. Kids love routine and they thrive on it. We have always set a bedtime routine for our son, which includes bath, dinner, reading a book, and then sleeping. There are also a lot of beautiful calming books which are great for bedtime reading. Since we followed the routine consistently, now my son has a habit of picking out his own book from the bookshelf. He picks 2-3 books usually before going to bed every day. If you think your child has suddenly become reluctant towards book, doesn't want to sit and read, it is best to leave it at the time. Maybe leave it for a few days, but do try and reintroduce it again at intervals and they will eventually get back to it. I have always followed my son's lead, and there have been phases over last 3 years where we have gone days without touching the books. But that is okay. They always eventually get back to what they love. Kids imitate you. If you have a toddler, you know how they love to copy you all the time. If they see you reading, they would pick up the habit automatically. By building our son's library, we tried to keep books in a manner that was accessible to him. It makes it easier for them to reach for it and pick it out. I also encourage my child to bring me a book which he would like to read, and to my surprise, he is very particular about which book he wants to read. It gives them a choice and kids love that. You can also try book rotation by keeping only few books out and storing the rest inside, and then changing those books and bringing out the new ones. It depends on your child's preference obviously, but it also has two benefits. A. It does not overwhelm them, and B. Seeing new books excites them and they would want to pick it more. For them, it is like getting new book all over again. A helpful community interested in the same thing which you are and supporting each other really helps. If you are on Facebook, I personally find Kids Book Cafe a very helpful support group and I would definitely recommend it. I sometimes use a cheat code and instead of giving my child a regular screen time, I play a read aloud video of a book on YouTube. Also, when I'm unsure about buying a particular book, it always helps to check it out on YouTube beforehand. Bonus tip: if you think some of the books are costly, again there are a lot of pages on Instagram and Facebook that sell pre-loved books at lower cost. So you can definitely check them out. And also there are many libraries that cater to children. So from that you can borrow kids book at nominal charges to read. I hope this video was helpful to you. I will see you in my next one. Bye.